Everybody, here we go again. Another little study, white to move and win this. And don't ask me why our king is on a8, because I have no idea how this ended up on that square. Well, it's just the way it is. So the black pawns, it's important to understand, of course, that they are going this direction. They are not going up, they're going down. So, for instance, this queen is not covered by this pawn. It's just for up for grabs if we can take it. So anyway, white to move and win this. And the question is how. I solved it pretty quick, so I don't think it's over difficult, but it could be some trouble for a bunch of you, perhaps. I don't know. Give it a try anyway. Try to solve it now by pausing the video and think about it on your own time. Go ahead. All right, here we go. So, of course, we want to either grab this queen or checkmate the king. That's how we're going to win this. We don't have material enough to win otherwise. So, what can we do? Started checking is pretty much a basic idea. We have to start checking, otherwise, black will do the same, and we will not get out of this winning. So, what if we try to check here? Well, we will just leave the king up for uh, gaining material, gaining terrain here, and we are not really gonna fence him in somehow. This is just impossible. So there's no point in leaving the queen. Same here. We are not. We cannot do this with him. We have the bishop in the wrong color. No, we have to keep the queen here to really block the fourth rank from the king to escape. And of course, this check doesn't give us anything. He will just take it, and we are forced to exchange queens, and this is a loss for white. Easy loss. So basically, there's only one move left. The only thing we can do here to get some sort of initiative, and that is to sacrifice our bishop. So the starting move is bishop a6 check. Now black has two options: either take it or move the king, which only can go to c5 unless it takes it. So let's look at this. What happens if it takes it? Can you find the victory from here? Well, we need to check, of course, and take advantage of this diagonal, but we have to put the queen on the right spot. And d3 is not the right spot. Black will play b5, and now the only check we can get without losing our queen is up here. And then now we're stuck. We cannot come any further, and we are actually losing. So very important after we sacrifice our bishop is to put the queen on the right spot, which is e2. The difference now is that we can go back to e6 with another check. And black has two options again. Either he played the pawn up here or he sacrificed the queen. So, of course, if he sacrifices the queen, this is an easy win. It's actually checkmate pretty quick. Instead, he keeps the queen and he plays b5. And as I already said, now we have the option to go back to e6 with a check. And unless black wants to sacrifice his queen somewhere, he has to put it on b6 and see what happens. And what happens then? Well, of course, we have another check here on c8. Now it's a forced move, and that's a checkmate. That was pretty cool, huh? Okay, so again, he cannot take here. That will lead to a checkmate, but of course, it leads to a loss also if he moves the king out here. But then we have to do some more thinking. From here, how can we win this as white? If you need to pause the video again, go ahead. All right, here we go. We get a check here on c4. Force the king up to d7. Of course, he has to protect his queen like this. And now another check on f4. Again, when the king is moving, he must protect his queen. He can do it either to go to d7 or c6. Let's look at this first. c6, what happens then? Well, it didn't grab the bishop on our first sacrifice, so let's sacrifice it again. This is forcing the king away from the queen. He must take. We grab the queen, and even if black has two pawns, there's no match for us. It's actually checkmate in 10, 11 moves, something like this from here. I don't have to show you how. You can practice that on your own. Okay, so with the check, instead, black goes to d7. Well, the bishop check comes anyway. Now the king again has to protect his queen. So he goes either to c8 or d8. If he goes to d8, well, then we have checkmate in 1. But if he goes to c8, can you see how we win this? Well, it's pretty easy also. We give a check first on f5. Either sacrifices the queen with a checkmate or removes the king out to d8, and then again we have this square f8 for checkmate with the queen. So this is how we win this. Recap. Let's do this from the beginning. Sacrifice the bishop. If he takes, check, 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 and checkmate. And if he doesn't take the bishop, then we have check, 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 another check on f5, forcing out to d8, and then checkmate. So that's all, folks. I don't think it was the hardest one. Perhaps we get something more difficult for you tomorrow. We'll see about that. Anyway, I hope I see you then. Have a great day, everybody. See you later. Bye bye.